Hail to my heavy metal brothers and sisters. This is David Shankle, formerly of MANOWAR, currently DSG Devil Landed Feanor, and I am coming at you from the mighty Duke TV. Hail, kill, shred on! A lot of the solo instrumental artists that I see right now myself, they're all great and fantastic, but you know what I'd like to see is more versatility in some of the players. And getting to my first ever instrumental record that I will be doing and releasing in 2019, the title of that I'm sharing with you all for the first time, Unleash the Dragon. It will show my neoclassical style instrumental stuff, classical guitar playing, some gypsy jazz stuff that I'm getting into, kind of new gypsy jazz. And I've always wanted to, do a record where I can go, look, I can do more than just what you're hearing from MANOWAR, Triumph of Steel, and even exiting that band. All three of my DSG records really got to show people my writing, what I'm capable of composing, how I can have fantastic singers and help them with melody and harmonies. Now I want to show the world what I can do by myself, all alone. Even to this day, I get a lot of people that say, why wasn't there another Triumph of Steel record? Why did you leave the band? Well, things change, always do. And there's things that you just keep between brothers, but we still love each other. But to make the fans happy, and a lot of people know, there is a new record coming out from my new band called Feanor, and it is called Return of the Metal King. It is fantastic. It is all the technology of the best studio you have today, best video quality. We have real drums, not this MIDI program shit. Okay, real drums, real violins. We got a 20-piece choir coming in, male and female choir people to sing for us on an epic track called The Odyssey. This record is what part 2 of Triumph of Steel that never came out, but rest assured, my friends and my fans, it is coming out with this band Feanor, and it is tremendous and will be 10 times better than that because I've had all that time to grow from my DSG records, my college experience, all the memories and everything I've done with MANOWAR, and can look back on what I did and use that as a template to crush you, to smash everything I've ever done before when this record comes out. I was contacted by Ross and Gus from this band, Feanor. This is the record we played on. It's called We Are Heavy Metal. They have Tony Martin, who sang with Black Sabbath, great legendary singer, did a track called Crying Games. So at first, all it was just 2 songs on a guest solo. They contacted me and my manager and said, we got a great idea. How about you come over and tour with us and let's do the entire Triumph of Steel record. So when that tour went great, sold out everywhere we played, was there about 4 or 5 weeks, came back and they asked me, brother, would you like to be in the band? I love my brothers. Sven Dianis, Lobo, Emiliano on drums, Walter the Scorpion the guitar, and obviously Gus Feanor the bass player. We are brothers of steels and true brothers of metal. I always get asked about how did the whole MANOWAR thing come about. I was playing in a band called Vengeance at the time in Chicago. I was playing at Thirsty Whale, and a girlfriend of mine came backstage and said, hey, Scott Columbus, Joey DeMaio, and Eric Adams are here and they'd like to meet you. So I said, okay. I walked out there and there they were sitting at a table, and Joey in his way, brother of metal, what's going on? You know, you shredder, this and that. And I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. And we talked for a while, and they watched me play, and I noticed they came by the side of the stage and got by the monitor board, and I could tell they were really checking out what gear I was using, what was going on. At the time, they were mixing Kings of Metal at Universal Studios. One day he called me up and he said, son, because he'd always call me son. He goes, I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and I want you to write this down for me. He goes, that which does not kill me only makes you stronger. And welcome, you are the new guitar player in MANOWAR, and I'm going to call you the Death Dealer because you play over the neck with two hands faster than most guys do regular, and you are going to be put on salary, and you are going to be the new guitar player. And from that moment on, that changed my life. Ross was out of the band. They brought me in, and I was touring, doing the Kings of Metal record that Ross never did. So that's how people got to see me. Then when that 2-year tour was over with, Joey and I sat down, and he was like, give me all these riffs you got. And there came the Triumph of Steel was born. And people were excited to see what Joey and I'd come up with. And then I moved to New York, and I sat there with Joey, and we wrote that record while we toured, and I flew back and forth to Chicago. And it was the first record that ever went gold and went platinum for that band to this date, and I am very proud of that. This is about the Carl thing. Unfortunately, that's a sad thing when I found out about that Carl was arrested with some BS about child pornography. Or I hope for Carl's sake and his family that he will come out of this standing strong, and if there's any truth to any of it, that he'll get the help that he needs, because he's a great guitar player. He was always a nice guy to me, and this is still a shock. And there's people that come to me and Ross every day that say, you should be back in the band, or should it be Ross? Well, that's neither here or there. That band is Joey and Eric, and whoever they got, good luck. I hope it works out for you. But Ross and I, we've made our legacy and our time in that band. I do wish the best for Carl. I do hope the dust can settle and he can hold his head up high, because that's an awful accusation. And from my heart to him, I hope it's not true, and I hope a lot of it's just misunderstood to where, you know, he can hold no shame. So that's all I got to say about that. When I did the demonic solo for the movie Jezebel, a vampire movie, they asked me, would you write a 1 and 40-second solo for this girl, Brie Michaels, who's the star in the movie, where she's changing into a vampire, but she's dressed all sexy. And they filmed a solo that I wrote, and they shaved all the hair off my arm, painted my fingernails, and had 3 cameras doing the demonic solo. You know, that is some lightning speed stuff that I did. The whole Shred Demon thing, just come along with that, because if you've seen me play, and you're into anything that I do, I don't fuck around, man. I never claim to be the best, but I fear nobody. I play the way I do. I have many different styles. Whether you like me or not, that personally, it makes no difference. I got plenty of fans out there that love me, and I love them too. I have teamed up with the company, the famous Hellfire Hot Sauce out of Lake Geneva. So I picked which one I want for a really hot sauce and what would be a mild. Not everybody can handle, you know, demonic sauce, shred sauce. One is called Hellfire Hot Sauce, Shred Demon Sauce, which is super hot, and the other one is Hellfire Hot Sauce with a different picture called Full Shred, which is going to be the milder sauce.